The Union Station Transportation Center is a pretty remarkable project. It encompasses really over about 40 acres of infrastructure that was inserted right into the heart of downtown Denver. I mean, it's just a real accident that the city of Denver happened to have this land available in these old rail yards that even allowed this largest scale transportation infrastructure to be inserted right in the center of our city.
8 modes of transit: heavy rail, light rail, buses, Amtrak, 16th Street Mall Shuttle, bicycles, and people. And then we had to throw in cars too, because people still use them, evidently. That is the project. And at its heart is the hub of all of RTD's mass transit program.
We also had the responsibility of bringing together the team to design the transportation components of this. The architecture, Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, AECOM, Jim Harris did all of the transportation engineering. Hargraves and Associates did all of the public space design. The Wynkoop plazas, the 17th Street plazas were all done as part and budgeted all up front back in 2006. All of that was conceptually conceived and remarkably landed inside of the original budget that we established for it.
What's amazing about Union Station just fundamentally is the collaboration. That is fundamentally what is amazing. And it is 100% pure proof of concept of the true idea of a public-private partnership. So there's one definition in the world of public-private partnerships where the public comes up with a project and then asks people to do it for a fee, and they call it a public-private partnership. And then there is the kind where the public says, hey, private sector, we need you to guide us through this process, and we will work with you hand in glove to figure out how to get it done. Union Station's that kind of project. The city had goals, RTD had goals, and then as private developer, we had goals, and DUSPA, once they got involved, they had goals. So that was really, truly public-private partnership.
One of our key roles in this process was to be the guardians of the public spaces. Because in a way, this entire project is ultimately built on the back of the revenues that are generated by the private development. And so what we had to do throughout this entire process, all the way to the very end, by the way, we had to defend the investments that we had conceived were essential for all of the public spaces. Everything from the plazas, the Wynkoop plazas, all the way back to the, through the 17th Street plaza, all the way back to the light rail stations. And it was our role, it was essential because we knew we would not be successful with a private development if the public spaces that connected all of this together were undermined or VE'd in a way that made them too utilitarian and not inspiring.
So the vision at Union Station was to take away the concept of a single door into a station and instead to create a transit neighborhood where all of these folks, 150, 200,000 people a day coming through the station, would actually make it possible to have a true urban setting.
And so we are now seeing, especially in the immediate vicinity of the Union Station infrastructure, we are now starting to see investors from, German pension funds are buying buildings there. There's a large Japanese publicly traded home building company that is investing in the neighborhood. We are seeing a caliber of investment there that is very different from the kind of investment from investors that we've seen in Denver in the period of time that I've lived here.
It's going to be the hub of downtown Denver for the next 100 years. It is more important to our urban core than anything built since the last time they built the darn train station. So from that standpoint, it's kind of awesome. It's a once-in-a-century sort of project.
When you wander around this neighborhood now, it's amazing that almost everything that we imagined it could be back in 2006, it has become. And frankly, far faster than we ever would have imagined.